Pig prices over 2015 declined slowly, and as we got to the end of 2015 and the start of 2016, the price went down very rapidly, and we've probably over the year we've seen £25 come out of the pig price, which puts all pig producers into a loss-making situation. Well, what MPA have been trying to do, we've been appealing to all sectors of the supply chain. If we started with the consumer, we're wanting consumers basically to look for British, look for the British flag, look for the red tractor, and try and support our product at this time, which is absolutely essential to stimulate some demand and stop these prices falling. And then if we work one back, we want retailers to support our product. We're only 3 years since Horsegate, and a number of those big retailers really haven't met their aspirations after Horsegate to improve the supply chain and how it works. On the other hand, we have some retailers that are putting 100% British pork out there, and we take our hats off and thank them for their support. But those retailers that are not doing, they could certainly do more, and one of our pleas was to try and get them to increase their offering of British by at least 5%. If we then work back from retailers to processors, obviously there's an opportunity at the moment to buy pigs very cheaply because everything's in their favour, and what we're asking for them is to show some restraint, try and help the industry through this period by not displaying blatant opportunism by buying these pigs so cheaply that people are going to exit the industry. There's plenty of money in the supply chain. We know that retailers and processors are making good profits. Producers at the moment are getting the lowest share that they've had of the retail price since the last 12 years, I believe, and that's down as low as 34%. And through that time period, it's averaged near 40%. So we're looking for a more even share of the price.
We've always bought locally and bought fresh in all Yorkshire. We never go away from Yorkshire. The price of pork are low, which is it's ideal for us, but we just hope that farms can sustain taking this low sort of like prices for pork. It's all right for us and the customers, they're all benefiting, but whether they can carry on supporting themselves with such low prices is yet to be seen. The prices are low, the quality is very, very high, but there's that much available. We're never struggling for numbers. At one point we were struggling for numbers, but you can just get as much as you want now at a very low price. I mean, it's as if the price of feed's gone down. I don't know why things are so low, but it's a very competitive market at the minute. There's a lot of very large farms and wholesalers in Yorkshire, and they're just all ringing constantly, just trying to sell us, and literally getting it for next to nothing. As it is, we're not commanding the prices, they're giving us the prices. The wholesalers and the farmers that we use, they're ringing. I mean, the gentleman just turned up with 5 pigs now, put them on his van knowing that I'll take them because they're a very, very low price. Normally it wouldn't have happened that, he'd have to ring and we'd negotiate a price, but they can confidently put it on the van and know that we're going to take it. So I've just taken 5 pigs now, which I haven't ordered.
There's a number of causes, and you'd describe it really as the perfect storm. We've seen the Russian ban continue, which has kept any pig meat in the EU from going into Russia. There was approximately 25% of pig meat products in the EU were going into Russia, probably low value products, but all the same very important to the market. On top of that, we've seen a slight fall off in demand. People are not eating as much pork as they were. We've also seen a big increase in production in Europe, approximately 5% increase in production at a time when the market's smaller due to the Russian ban, so that's been a double whammy. And then on top of that, the euro's been very strong throughout the last year, very weak, but recently it has strengthened a little bit, which is probably going to help. We've started to see the first people exit the industry, which is really disappointing. We've worked extremely hard to build the industry back up after losing half the industry through 1998. We're now down to about 45% self-sufficiency. So over the last year we've managed to get our slaughter weights up and increased our efficiencies. Unfortunately, this has timed at the same time as all the other factors I mentioned earlier in terms of the perfect storm of Russia and the euro, etc. As I said earlier, most producers would now be losing in the region of £10 a pig. That puts quite grave financial difficulty onto any business, and it'll depend all on the individual businesses, what assets they have, and the support of the bank will be absolutely paramount to riding through this period.